Hey guys, it's K Deuces, your sports bet queen, and we're back with another episode of Crooks and Books. Now we're in season 6. Welcome back, guys. I have Hammer, who is one of our guest speakers tonight, and he's been a guest before, but you guys know that he always hammers bets, hammers the odds. So welcome, Mr. High Limit Hammer.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm always excited to be on your guys' show because it's a lot of sharp talk and I love surrounding myself with people like you guys. So I appreciate you guys having me.
All right,
And
we appreciate
looking
you,
forward
man. Good soccer bets, and you're just actually you're coming up there. I saw a lot of followers, more marketing going on, so it's good. It's like real stuff, because they need real people in this industry.
finally had a profitable season in baseball, thank God.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff.
First one in the last 20 years.
All right, and then you guys will get his Instagram and his all the other stuff that he's doing at the end of the show. And then obviously we had Big Pick Brad with us.
What's up?
Everybody knows him. And then we have the infamous Caleb, who no longer is Bill's godson. He's out.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take my new godmother though. So, oh,
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, he's still with her?
oh yeah.
Oh, dang. He's just enjoying it then.
I know, right?
He's just enjoying it. I'm surprised it's not Hawk Tuah girl. You feel
I
me?
know.
You thought that
That
that would happen after like the whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce thing. And then something came out today too that it was fake. And then I don't even know what they're doing at this point to like,
they had like a breakup contract.
yeah,
And so I don't know. We talked about it on my show, and like my whole thing is like I feel like those celebrity couples like that have contracts for breakups, for pregnancies, marriage, death, like all kinds of shit that
yeah.
they'd probably never even seen. But the date's kind of spooky. September 28th. That's the new Mayan calendar for Swifties. So that'll be
I'm
counting
just
down to that one.
I'm just waiting for if we can bet those like as
Ooh.
props.
Wait,
You know what I
they're
mean? How
not
can we
together no
make
more?
money out of it? Huh?
They are.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
about to say.
They said it was a rumor and they threatened to sue. So,
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we'll see.
well, I know a guy that can help him out in court. So,
Oh my God. And then obviously you guys we have Prado the Pointer. So welcome back.
What's up?
Still in his 49ers jersey like he never left the fucking Super Bowl.
Never took it
God
off.
damn it. All right. So we're gonna go over some numbers for the audience, obviously, since we have not been back for a long time, which feels like an eternity for me because football is like my go-to like season and I love it and I never want it to end. So let's go for some numbers. So last season, I finished off with 110, so 110 wins and 52 losses. Total of 162 games that I bet and 68%. Big Pick Brad is at 56.46, total of 102 games at 55%. And Caleb, you are at 73.63 at 136 games at 54%. And then Bobby, who is not here, he's late. He is at 75.52 at 127 games at 60%. And then Prado, you are at 74.60 at 134 games at 56%, which gives us a total of 388 games that we did last year and won them, and then lost 273. Total of 661 games, averaging a 60% average again for the 5th season. So pretty crazy numbers. That, obviously we have some winning picks from Hammer and some other guests as well, but as an average, I think we're doing really good. And which is why we've told the audience that we're going to have some subscriptions for playoffs going into wild card, the division, and then NFC, AFC, and Super Bowl, obviously. Super Bowl, it may not be as trustworthy because, we're super biased, but we've been losing the last couple of years, right? Um, but anyway, welcome back to everybody. So we're just gonna hit the Thursday night, that's tomorrow, and that's Ravens versus KC. The line is at 3 Over under total is 46. What are we taking, Hammer?
Oh man, I haven't done my homework yet, but first game back, primetime game. I have been slamming these college primetime first half unders. I'll be definitely looking to do some under work in
Under,
total.
okay.
Yeah, and probably first half total. I could definitely see this being a dogfight and being almost like 7-3, 10-3 at half. So whatever that under number is, I would probably say at this point I would blindly take that first half.
You know what? I thought the same thing as well. And last year, the guys all took the over, but I was the only one that took the under, which is pretty wild because I think it was like at 53. It was a lot higher than what it was this time around. So I think I'm going to agree with you on that. And then it looks like, Caleb, you are going to take the Swifties at -3.
Yeah, man. It's there. You don't lose when you're bringing down the Super Bowl banner. You don't do it on primetime TV. It just doesn't. You got Taylor Swift up in the booth working some kind of fucking witchcraft bullshit. On the other team gonna make Lamar sprain his ankle. Give me the Chiefs by 10.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's kind of like a statement that they're still going to be around and maybe not so much, but still going to be around, right? Because they've got the
Absolutely.
following.
Yep.
Okay, maybe. And then Prado, you agree.
Yeah, Kansas City. I thought Baltimore, and then I saw a ridiculous stat that Lamar has never lost on on as an underdog against the spread. How about that?
Ooh. Okay.
But
And
he's
a
but
lot,
he's not, he but he's 9-4 straight up, and I think losing their defensive coordinator was kind of big,
yeah, I was
and
gonna say,
I just feel like I don't know. What's his name, Mister Golden Boy? He has I think he's only lost one primetime opener, or sorry, yeah, he's 5-1, and that loss was last year.
yeah. So in this case, it's the case of everybody's gonna win to make sure
He's
that they
really
put,
good in week one, apparently,
yeah.
except last year. He's really good. Like he was 5-0 going into last year. So that was his first loss. So I think he'll bounce back. And yeah, there's always the hoorah and all this stuff. Like you can't go against it. So I'll just roll with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's the first game, right? Like Hammer said. So it's gonna be one of those like you need to give the people money to even bet with first. Make them happy. And then after that, like you go to the strip club, they make you happy, then they steal all your money. But anyway,
I'm in love with.
all right, Brad, what's your pick? I don't see anything here. What's going on?
I missed that one for some odd reason. But I think Patrick's only lost one game in September, and that was last year.
Ouch.
Damn.
That's a good
I
trend.
would-
That's a good trend.
I would have to roll with the Goldilocks here.
All right, let's do it. And she's got some plays coming out supposedly. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe before the breakup we can make some money, right? So whatever. All right. Now we have a Friday game in Brazil. Is that right, guys? I think I saw
Mhm.
landing today.
Oh,
Is it Green Bay versus the Eagles? And the number is at 2.5. I don't know if it's moved, and the total is over under 48.5. Hammer, what do we got over here? Do you want to bet this? Are you thinking about it? I know you're a last minute guy, like you said, so
I'm super last minute, but I would say if we're just going off of last season, Green Bay on a super uptrend, and I would say that they're kind of disguising this line to get you to take the Eagles. However, I love the Eagles first half of the season, but they just fell off the rails at the end.
mhm.
So if I had to pick a team at this point, I would most likely take either Green Bay money line, or to be safe, I might buy a point. I like buying a point in NFL that will come in clutch all year long. So definitely don't be scared to buy points.
Okay. So you're going with, you said, and nothing on the total, or did you?
Nah, the total is pretty high, but it might be more points than we're thinking because it's an international game, so they want to entertain those fans. I would say if I had to pick a total, I'd say I'd do whatever's opposite of what happens Thursday.
Okay, there you go. So
Okay.
if it's under, it's gonna go over, like you said. All right. Big pick, you got Philly at -2.5.
Yeah, I just like the addition of Vic Fangio as the coordinator. Gonna rally the boys up there in Philly against a young quarterback. Jordan, he got paid a fuck ton of money, so there's a nice letdown spot here, I think, for Love.
All right. Caleb, same thing. Mob City.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat on the Jordan Love thing. There's a letdown coming after the payday he got. And then I don't know. I almost picked Green Bay straight up, though, because I heard nothing but Philly players straight up bitching about having to play down in Brazil. So I almost went
Really?
with that.
That's wild.
Yeah, a bunch of complaints about it. But no, I'm going to go with Philly -2.5. I think that's a safe pick this week. You know, you go with what you know in week one, and then you kind of figure it out after that. But I think there should be a prop bet on players getting kidnapped by drug cartels.
It's for like Philly stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
the Philly mob. We're from the Brazilian cartel or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Prado, you got Philly money line and under 49.5. Is this
Well, I
true?
got -1 on this with the little juice, so I just take it as if they win, they
Oh,
get
okay.
they get in. But I right as you guys were talking about, the first thing I thought about was the over in this game. But I've noticed international games, if you think
Go
back,
under.
London and Mexico, it always goes under. It's like
Mm.
we're always like watching a boring ass game.
But then
But
it gets exciting at the end. It's
yeah,
just
there'll be a
not as
little bit of excitement, but I
yeah.
noticed international games are usually unders. I mean, we saw an under in college. I know it's irrelevant, but it was in Dublin, and that went straight under. So it's like
That's true.
you kind of think it's supposed to be exciting, but I think it's a sluggish like feel because you're not used to that environment. I mean, do we
Maybe,
get
but you never know. He might be throwing for freaking yards out there for Mr.
but do
Luck.
we get a temperature check? Is it muggy? Is it humid? Like
Yeah.
what's the conditions
Yeah.
out there?
Is
Yeah.
there knives in the grass? Is there
Is
glass in the
Yeah.
there
grass?
knives in the
Because
grass?
I think like Philly's gonna have a nice rushing attack. So I
Fucking
mean,
drug bags inside just to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Are they playing in the middle of the
yeah,
favela? What's going
exactly.
on here?
Because no one's ever gonna go down the field and
and last year Green Bay took a while to kind of get going. I feel like we'll see that a little bit too because Love's got I don't know. He
You
had
know
a
what?
nice
You know what? You guys all make
second
a
half.
good point. You all make a good point. I think that if you're taking the plus money and you love Green Bay because they have such a big following, you're like thinking this is going to be great. I'm going to bet
It'll be the
KC the
weather.
favorite and then the dog fucking, Green Bay and I'm going to do it that way. But I really think that Philly takes it away just to kind of do the statement. And they have a better team overall, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see.
They got better.
All right. I see Bobby Banks just joined us. Hello.
What up?
Late to the party, but it's all good. Did you have a feel or a taker for Philly Green Bay at all? Oh,
Just
good. I see it.
fading the love train there.
All right. Philly cheesesteaks for everybody then, I guess. Right.
Mhm.
In Brazil. All right. With drugs. I'm just joking. All right. Jags versus Dolphins. Oh, actually, I don't have anything on that, but if I did have to take one, like I said, it would be Philly money line, which is probably a good idea to just do the both. But Jags versus Dolphins, 3.5 is the number, and the over under is 49. What are you taking, Mr. Hammer?
I feel like everyone agrees that the public kind of eats on week one, and Miami is one of those public teams that people are obsessed with. But I do like Jacksonville
But do
overall.
they cover? You see what I'm saying? Like, yes, they could win, but do they cover? Can they do?
I think Miami covers week one.
Okay.
I take Miami.
All right. And anybody else? Because I don't see anybody else taking anything on this game. Come on, no Tua or Tyreek action, guys.
I don't
Nope.
know. I can't back the Jags because every time I back the Jags, boy, do they fucking piss all over me.
Well, the Jags haven't been the same since they fired Urban Meyer. That's where they went wrong.
They
so.
haven't. Seriously, they haven't.
Yeah, it's true.
You got the most overrated, overpaid quarterback in NFL history that hasn't done anything except put up Daniel Jones numbers, and then he always gets a respectful line. Like he's like the Sharps, like like sweetie pie, like, oh, we gotta take him. He's the
But then it doesn't
he
happen.
never comes through.
He's the bait.
He
He's
is a
the bait.
very, if he didn't have the college career he did, he would be a
Bro,
journeyman
he's been
tackler.
like highly
Yeah.
touted since high school. Like
Yep.
everything he's done has been like perfect.
Well, he was a beast in college, and
He
it just
was.
didn't he peaked in
We're
college.
talking
I
about
think.
Mr. Lion King with the hair, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Lords, yeah. So
He
And
he peaked in college, and that was his problem. Is he hasn't gotten any better.
freaking
And I mean,
Simba
he's
status. You got to go to
he's not-
Mufasa or some shit, right?
he's not like a horrible quarterback, but like if he's your guy, you're not winning more than 9 games. Like that's my
He
whole
does
thing.
the same
Well, there's a
stats
good prop bet for
as
you.
Daniel Jones.
Or a team
Awesome.
season betting under 9 for Jags, if that's even the number. I don't even know, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't, you know what? I just think this game, I know it's at 49. It's gonna go over because both teams have to score big. And it's in Miami, right? I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I agree with Hammer on that one. It's gonna be the team that's gonna take it, and then also it might go over just because they want another statement game for some of these favorite teams coming out of week 1. Anybody else have anything else on this game before we move forward?
The Lion
right.
King.
Boring game, but maybe not so much. Minnesota versus the New York Giants, who we were just talking about with Daniel Jones. This is a really close spread, 1.5, and then over under total of 41. Hammer, do you have anything in this at all? I mean, we talk about every game, but you don't always have to have anything. You know.
I'm just going to try to give, these are mainly just leans for everybody, so I don't have any bets placed at this time, but I'm
Right.
just gonna be put on the spot here for the show's sake. If I had to pick something, I would definitely say these two teams are going to be shitty. They're going to struggle. It's going to be boring as hell. I'm going under all day long. I might even go under first half and under full game on this one. And I
Wow.
love extremely low totals. When I see them, I'm not afraid of them.
Wow. Okay. That's a good analysis of what you brought up. So 2 teams that suck under, we might be watching a baseball game. All right. Anybody else have anything on the teams that suck?
Why is Minnesota a favorite? That's what I kind of want. Is it because of Jefferson? Is that why?
Yeah, obviously they have the golden boy there for.
Sam Darnold.
I
or
mean, do you
Jefferson?
want Daniel Jones to be the favorite?
Well, I mean, it's tough. I mean, Sam Darnold is more respectful than Daniel Jones now.
He shouldn't be.
It's cutting it
Yeah.
really close, but
It's
I kind of like
tough,
the G. I
man.
kind of like the G-man at home here, honestly.
I kind of like the G-men too. Honestly.
So we're giving New York the money then, guys. New York mob, Philly mob, everybody gets paid on week 1. Let's see where we're going here.
Yep.
Well, all I can see is when Sam Darnold plays at MetLife, he's seeing ghosts.
Yeah, that's all I could think of. I'm just wondering why he's a favorite.
Dude.
Yeah.
So Bobby G-Men plus 1.5. I see you. You're just gonna take it and give yourself the misery loves company look in week 1, huh? I love it, Bob. I love it. Just the 4th game of the fucking week. Fuck it. Feel me?
Let's start it early.
I think Dable has more to lose because O'Connell kind of got bailed out by McCarthy getting hurt, and then this is Dable's if he's not
More to lose. Hasn't he lost enough with fucking Ozempi? Jeez.
I mean, he did, but if they're 1-5 by week 6, he's gone. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in New York too. They don't play.
Yeah.
New York don't play that.
O'Connell got a free pass because his fucking 9th overall pick or whatever he was.
And he has a player that died, and then he got another player that got
Okay, yeah.
injured.
Okay, so you gotta give him the reason. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Panthers versus I'm shocked no one's taking anything in this.
Next.
Yeah,
Shocked. Is it because you guys are so scarred on the Saints?
Is
and
this
Panthers?
Derek Carr versus
I will
Bryce Young?
not bet
I'm good.
Carr.
Okay, so Hammer, are we doing the same thing here? It's 42, the spread's 4, but the over-under total is 42. Are you slamming that freaking under, or is it gonna slightly go over and it'd be a bad beat?
I've got the betting splits and everyone's pounding the under, so I would go opposite if I had to
So it's gonna
choose.
go over. Yeah. Like I said, it might be a bad beat if you go under. Yeah.
Right.
It's probably gonna be 43.
I just want to know why they didn't showcase the what's his name, the quarterback of Carolina. He only played one series the whole preseason. Like, why was he put away? Like, what happened there?
I don't
Oh,
know.
Right.
he's hiding something over there. Is he hiding?
They're hiding an injury.
Yeah, like is Bryce like that good to not play any preseason now?
Well,
Like,
he's gonna break his freaking ankle or something.
it's
'Cause
funny too because his stat line was fantastic too. By the way,
yeah, but the thing is,
We-
you guys know when you don't do anything in preseason, it's pretty much a no-brainer that you.
apparently that's a good coach. From what I read, apparently he's a good coach. He knows how to. He does very well with quarterbacks, and that's all I know. But again, it's like a big mysterious. Like no one knows what's going on in Carolina, and everyone knows that New Orleans is poorly coached. That coach is on the hot seat too. Like
Oh, he's gone.
Oh
he's
yeah,
got 6 games to probably figure it out, or New Orleans is sending his ass out.
yeah,
Matt
and he
Rule
has Derek
treatment.
Carr to show for it. So
Correct.
go ahead, Caleb. What were you
I
saying?
said they're giving him the old Matt Rule treatment.
Six games or figure it out.
Yep. All right, next game. I don't have anything on that game, and if I did, it would be the over. But that's it. I can't trust it. All right, this is your game, Caleb. Pats versus Bengals. 8.5 is the spread. Over under total is 40. Hammer, are you taking anything? Because we all know what Caleb's gonna take, but let me let you talk first.
I'm gonna go ahead and say New England's gonna be one of the bottom barrel teams of the entire league this year. So I
Yep.
would take Cincinnati at any number that is thrown at me and confidently, and I might take them all ways, meaning I would press them first half and whole game.
Oh,
And,
okay. So just everything that you can do.
and
Light up the scoreboard, huh?
I
Fill
think
up
they're
the
gonna light
park.
it up. And they had a letdown year last year, the
Mm-hmm.
Bengals did, and I think they're gonna come out and just smash the hell out of them by like I'm gonna say 20 points or more.
Is it Joe? Is Joe gonna be comeback player of the year?
Kenny?
He could be. He could be.
I
Got a lot
forget how that rule works.
There's a possibility.
I fucking hate that stupid award.
You have to you have to
know, right?
you have to miss time from the previous season.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I think Caleb agrees and says Taylor Gang at my. Oh yeah, these are both your teams that you kind of trend. Obviously, being biased for the first one, but then you've always trended on Bengals.
Yeah, they've always been good to me. No, I mean, I followed the Patriots all preseason. They're my team, and they said they're going to announce Jacoby Brissett as the starter, and I can confidently say that whoever they play will beat the ever living shit out of them as long as he's the starter. So at least let Drake May figure it out. You have nothing to lose. Very, very rarely do you see good quarterbacks sit out a year. Those guys are the exceptions. So
All right, you guys heard it first on the show, and you know he knows his team better than anybody else. So
damn right I do.
I think this is going to be one that's for sure. I agree. I think the Bengals are going to be hot in the beginning. They might have some of a low tide coming into like the middle, but they've got to show out and show off into the world if they're going to be part of those teams that make a statement, especially in week 1. And if they don't, then we're going to be hearing it all morning of the following week that, oh my God, what's happening with the Bengals and this and that.
Yep.
So we'll see. But anybody else have anything on that game?
I just might pick him for Survivor. That's about it.
All right. That's all right, let's go with Titans versus Chicago. All right, the team that they're the ones on the show, right? On Hard Knocks, or did they change it already?
Yeah.
Okay, so Chicago with Caleb, and then 3.5 is the spread, and then over under total is 45. What are we taking, Hammer, if you had to take anything on this game?
To be honest with you, I think the Bears have a lot of talent and they get not that much respect, but they've got good receivers and a good offense. And Caleb Love, who I think is already a pro at the college level, and Tennessee on the road, public's backing them with the points. I think Chicago is favored for a reason here in this spot. If I had to pick, I would take Chicago and the spread. So I'd buy the hook. So I'd take him -3.
Okay. All right. I think Big Pick Brad says one pump chum. Money line. What are we doing?
That's old
Yes,
Will
explain
Levis.
that.
Yeah.
Will Levis isn't known for being a superstar in the bedroom, so
Yeah.
What?
you ever heard that?
No.
Oh yeah. His ex-girlfriend said some shit how he's pretty poor.
Jesus.
And then tell him who she played on him with.
Oh, with Morgan Wallen.
Oh,
Oh God, are you serious?
look at Kayla.
Yep.
All right,
Children.
so Will Levitt's one pump
I-
chump money
I
line.
get what Hammer's saying with Caleb and the Bears, not getting any respect, but I kind of feel the opposite with the Tennessee not getting any respect. And I'm a USC fan, and Caleb's got butterfingers when it comes to holding on the ball. He's a fumbling machine, and I get it. The most hype since Mahomes here, I just don't see it. I think 4 is too much. 3.5,
4 is too
4.
much.
I think it's just too much.
I
This
hear
could be
it.
like a Survivor meltdown early.
Oh, because everybody might be taking. You're right. You're right. So maybe in the middle of
fair.
these games, this is something that fails out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not fair to Caleb. He's already been compared to Mahomes. He hasn't even taken an NFL snap yet.
That's true. I think Bobby agrees with you at fade painted nails +4. Jesus.
Yeah, I just think the number's too big here. I mean, he hasn't really, obviously he's first pick of the draft, hasn't really proved anything yet. I mean, this is the NFL. It's a big step. Chicago did get a big step in weapons, but it's not like Titans are one of the worst teams in the league. I mean, they still have a pretty good
I think people think
defense.
that
So
though. People think that they are. They're kind of
yeah,
like
well,
the betting team, right? Tennessee. But what could happen is that Chicago wins, but then Titans cover. So everybody's kind of a little bit happy, or there's a break in between. Chicago still wins, they don't cover, but they win. So you get your little Caleb moment. And then +4, covers for all the other ones that thought. But yeah, Prado, I think you're on the same path.
There's one thing that we forgot that Tennessee has Snead now, the cornerback. So that side of the field should be kind of difficult for Caleb to kind of get adjusted. But I don't know who exactly he'll be taking. I don't know if he's going to take the rookie. I don't know if
I think he's got to take DJ Moore as their guy, right?
Yeah, more
Yes.
kill.
Oh, he's definitely going to take him then.
I thought DJ Moore was a slot guy. No?
Well, if I was the Bears, I'd throw Allen in the slot because he's got a great route runner. But that's just me. But I'm not an NFL coach, so I'm sitting in here and doing.
Yeah, their defense is actually pretty good. Their
Headset on.
D-line,
Let me go to my
is
Mike
good.
Tomlin moment.
I know people really talk down about their linebackers. They say their linebackers are
Look at
horrible.
Brado. Look at he's
Kinda
so
looks like a
coach
coach.
on the sideline. Oh.
I think Caleb's going to take a little bit of time. I think he's going to
Yeah.
go through some growing pains. And I think if I'm the defense, I'm just throwing the kitchen sink at him because when he in college, when he has pressure, he does some dumb shit. Like
or he could win.
he's got
by-
the Daniel Jones effect when it comes to that ball is like very loose with
What I'm saying is
like a fucking loaf of bread.
yeah.
I said, well, no, I'm saying like he could win by a kick, which means Hammer pushes because he took the hook if it's at 3.5 still. But if you took 4, you're safe as the dog.
I need to look up what's the percentage of a first-time rookie quarterback.
Oh yeah,
starting
we need
in the
yeah,
league.
we
I
should
don't think last year was pretty good. I think it was pretty bad.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
That's something to kind of look at.
Last
All right.
little fun fact on that
Yeah.
game: before Caleb's highlight moment against the Bengals second team, he did 3 3-and-outs in a row against the second teamers on the Bengals.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, that's good to know. And then for the audience, since we're halfway through some of these games, make sure you go to www.thesportsbettingqueen.com. You will get our real-time picks before Thursday night football for Thursday night football and Friday, and then Saturday night or Sunday morning for our picks for the actual week 1 on Sunday. So make sure it could change everything. I mean, Prado does this all the time. Hammer's told you I've had last minute picks where we change it out, so we don't know. but these are just what we're leaning on and what we think of.
I'm actually not biased. I listen to myself and sometimes go, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'll bet against myself. So I'm very unbiased to myself.
Yeah, he talks about himself to himself by himself, and
Yep.
it's the opposite, is what he's
Yep.
trying to say.
You guys ever see someone that's like an auto fade, like a Drake or someone on a
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
that you're on, and you're like, oh hell no, I gotta switch sides here. I'm definitely on the wrong side
Well,
now.
I have a story for that at the end, dude, and it's about fucking FSU. I'm telling you. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about it after the show, after the games. But anyway, going forward, we got Arizona versus the Bills, and that is a 6.5 spread. Over under 48 is the total. What are you taking, Hammer?
I mean, I think you could almost confidently take Bills and over. I mean, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to remember last year, but didn't a lot of Arizona games go over last year?
I don't know because I didn't follow them as much, but by
You know what?
Kyler
They
came
did.
back.
They
by
did.
what you guys were talking about with
Because
baseball,
of Josh Dobbs.
Okay.
Did they?
Yes.
I
You're
would
right.
lean more towards the over than the side, because everyone and their mom's probably thinking that they're going to cover that 6.5 looks awful
Right.
trap. And, Arizona could come out and go up 7-0 or 10-0 and never, they could never come back to beat it. So I would say that would be a game where I would want to fade the side of the public, but it looks like the public betting splits are on the under. So I think I would take the over.
Yeah, it could be a really good game. Just because, Kyler, and then last year when they played Washington, the spread was 7, and it was Washington -7, and the total was actually super low at 38. So I don't know if none of us bet it except for Bobby, who bet Washington -7. But yeah.
Josh Dobbs.
I think
The
Arizona
scientist, what
actually
do you guys
covered
call
that
him? The
game.
philosopher, what do you guys call him? The astronaut guy.
Yeah, Arizona covered the +7.
The hell was I thinking, huh?
Oh my God. Okay, so who has Josh -6.5? That's you, big pick. Oh yeah, he's gotta make a statement. JJ. Yeah.
I just think that Arizona has one of the worst offensive lines in the league. McDermott's a defensive coach, and then on the flip side, Arizona has one of the worst rush defenses in the league. So I think it's going to be a heavy dose of James Cook, which will open up the passing game with Josh. And over the offseason, everyone's wrote off the Bills. Every single person I've listened to, they're like,
Oh yeah.
Bills aren't doing shit.
The Jets or Miami in that division.
Yeah,
And
Grady Allen gang is coming, guys. Grady Allen gang, or should I say JJ Wentworth? Okay.
Caleb
877
says that
cash
it's a
now.
different trend in Buffalo. What were you've been saying that for 3 years now? You're like, God, it's Buffalo.
They're the Bills. They're still the Bills.
I love it.
I
They
just
didn't
don't
cover.
think
They
Carolina's
didn't cover last year though, so be careful. Be careful because they did not cover a -2.5 spread, and it was almost in the same. And they played. Well, they played the Jets, but
That
Oh, that's
was
the
on
famous Monday Night
9/11,
Football
though.
game.
yeah,
That was on 9/11. You got to go with the Jets.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
it
wasn't
was
fair.
money line. Yeah. So okay, so yeah, and then the next one, Caleb, you got the same thing, -6.5 Bills.
Yeah, Bills 6.5. I think despite them still being the Buffalo Bills, they're going to come out and make a statement week 1 and just stomp the shit out of Arizona and midget Kyler Murray. So
Short person.
I just think that like
Little people.
yeah, you got to get the statement in there, and then there's probably going to be a prop bet for what is that's one of the big ones, right? Josh Allen prop bet first or touchdown at least in week 1.
He's a touchdown machine when it comes to
Anytime touchdown, definitely.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
take a look at it.
All right, let's go on with the Texans. I'm excited for this team this year, you guys. I'm excited for this team. Okay, Texans versus Indiana, and the spread is 3. Over under 48.5 is the total. Hammer, you got anything on this?
Yeah, so I mean, I think I'm reading your mind here, but I think a lot of people are excited about the Houston Texans this year, and they should definitely win the division, hands down. I would say, just to be a little bit more sharp on this, I love these two teams when they get together and it's indoors. I'm loving the over. I feel like the over could hit by halftime on these. And these two teams historically normally are big time shootouts. So I'm definitely liking the over.
All right. And Mr. AR-15 +3, is that correct? Big pick?
That is correct. I don't think he's 15 anymore, but is he? I don't know. I just think it might be a little bit of a letdown spot towards the end for Houston. Too many
Okay.
weapons. Got to get the
First
chemistry
week.
going.
Yeah.
Diggs is going to be crying on the sideline wanting the ball. I mean, we got Mixon and the Colts, man. Like Hammer said, they play Houston tough every time, and they should have won the game last year if it wasn't for that shitty pass on that 4th down.
So this is going to be a close game, is what you guys are saying, and then just take the
Always a nail biter.
Okay.
It always is.
You go
And
look at the.
you know what? That's what I'm excited to see, because I want to see him as a because I saw a little bit of him as a competitor at the Pro Bowl games and then a little bit at the end of the season. And I just think he has it in him to just be like, dude, I want to win and I don't care what it takes. And you don't really see that unless it's like obviously Pat and like Tom Brady and Brock Purdy has a little bit of it that you can kind of see, but it's just fun to see somebody that actually is like, I care about winning and that's it. I don't care anything else, you know? So, and you could tell the way he talks too. He's like, I wanted Ricky Pearsall. I can't believe they took him or whatever it was, but yeah. Indy +3-2 for Caleb, right?
Yep. Same reason. I think AR-15 is going to show out. So I think it's going to be his coming out party.
There you go. And Prado, you're going to take the same thing. Colts +3.
Yeah, I see a game that kind of, I feel like it's got the vibes going on it. There was a 32-31 game. Spread was 2.5. Houston won. I kind of feel like that's kind of what will happen. Prior to that, there was a 20-20. And then what's crazy is they've actually, Colts have dominated Houston.
Oh, I didn't see that.
They're 6-3-1. They've literally won 1, 2, 3,
You
4,
guys, it's
5.
tempting me to take Texans.
They're 2-5-1 in their last 7 against them. I know it's a complete different team, but like the last couple games have been pretty close. So if I could get a hook here, I think I'd be a little happy.
Okay, but I see your point in taking the plus. Like, why take moneyline Texans if you could just take +3 because it'll be
Houston seems like a team too that's going to go for 2 to throw off the score too.
Yeah.
If you say they can score and it's going to be over, I feel like there'll be like a 2-point conversion thrown in there. Then everyone's going to be like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
Missed extra point.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So we got Rich, who used to be the numbers guy at some of the casinos in Las Vegas. I know you guys have seen him on the show before. You guys all are familiar with Richie. He said that for wins, I have under 9 Chargers, under 8.5 Colts, under 8 Bucks, which is at 7.5 now. And then over 7.5 wins Seahawks at -150. So he feels it's a good number. And then under 8.5 Steelers. So keep that in mind since we're going to be talking about these games. Also under 29, under 2,000, I guess under, I don't know if he said 29-25 passing yards for Gardner Minshew. So he must have put some money on Gardner Minshew going under. That's for sure. But yeah, we'll ask him again on that number. But anyway, going to the Steelers game, I don't really have anything on the Texans game. I want to watch it for excitement. But if I did, Texans win. That's just me though, and I might not even take it. I might do a live bet. But Steelers versus Falcons, spreads 3. I think we just added this, so I don't have the total. What's the total on it, guys?
Probably.
That's the one I just added. That one is 42 right now.
42. Okay, so we could add that. So over under 42. Hammer, you got anything on this, or you're just gonna skip it?
I'm not really looking at the total on this game, but I'm just wondering why the Steelers are underdogs here, because I know Atlanta's improved a little bit, but I never trust them anyway. They always let me down. And then laying 3 points, yeah, they're at home, but Pittsburgh's got two better quarterbacks, in my opinion, and they're always better defensively. The Steelers are typically. I have no idea why the Falcons are favored, and the public seems
It's
to.
because of Kirk.
I'm not a big. I hate Kirk Cousins, so I always fade him.
Kirk buzzins, yeah. Now
I'm
he's
taking-
really buzzing in Atlanta.
I'm taking Steelers money line here. I'll even get greedy on this one.
Dang, that's a bold bet. I'm sure Owl would love that since we said the towel on here. All right, so you're taking the Steelers. Okay, Kirko Bangs, Mr. Bobby. You're taking
Yeah, there's no one that was a bigger Atlanta fan than me last year. Dog shit team. But even in those
He was.
pathetic games, they were always in it, even with no quarterback. I mean, they still have a really good defense. They have a really good secondary. Now they have a real quarterback who can actually throw the Kyle Pitts. So every Kyle Pitts fan can raise their hands in the air now. But yeah,
He didn't practice on Monday.
yeah, I know. I wish I saw that earlier.
So you got Kirk.
Minnesota, yeah, but Minnesota also they have Steelers this week, and then they play Philadelphia
Atlanta.
and Kansas City. Or sorry, yeah, Atlanta plays Philadelphia and Kansas City the week after. So I mean, if they don't win this one, they can very well as much go 0-3. So it's kind of a.
So they may suck, is what you're saying. If
They
they're not going
may,
to suck, they'll win and not suck, or they may suck for the next 3. Wow, that's kind of a good thing to follow if you don't like Atlanta, or you do, or you just want them to fail, right? So Burke Buzzins in Atlanta, seeing strippers over there, huh? Lots of Kirk O'Bangs, like you said.
Oh yeah, he's Kirk about over there in Atlanta right now.
All right, Burke. I think Prado the Point agrees with you. Wow. You guys are on the same team now, huh?
No, Russell Wilson is trash. This is probably
He
a broken
hates Russell
record.
Wilson.
It's like
Let's
4
not.
years now. Like, I don't know what the fuck anyone thinks. This guy was never good. I actually like how Marshawn Lynch just keeps coming at it with them too. Like, he's not good. For a little fun fact, he is 4-2 against Kirk. So he does have a little bit of advantage there. I just think that Pittsburgh is going to be one of I think the final winning season. You know how like Pittsburgh is supposed to be the team that always wins, whatever. I think that's going to snap. They had this. There's another little interesting thing. I brought this up. Mike Tomlin last year in the division. Why don't you go check all the team quarterbacks he faced? It was absolutely pathetic, and of course he won because look who he was facing. He faced the backup or the third stringer for the Browns, the backup for Baltimore.
You've got a point. You've got a point. Yeah.
He just like I think the Pittsburgh glory days are over, and Russell is the perfect quarterback to come in and ruin an organization.
And you don't think at all that like the Steelers are a good dog bet for the public because they got to pick a dog, right?
I mean, they're very good. I mean, if it was on prime time, you would see the crazy stats. Like Tomlin is like what 85% when he's a dog. This is not the same team, and I just can't wait to see George Pickens yelling at Wilson to throw him the ball.
I feel like this is the part of the show that you just said.
Or George Pickens, sorry.
Where you're like, I was just listening to myself, and I fucking taking the Steelers, right? And then Brad. Right? That's what he's gonna say.
You guys see Justin Fields getting any reps?
See, that's what's like so bad there.
So.
It's like commit to someone. Like you can't
even committed to Russell.
Yeah, that's true. And Brad, you're taking Steel City because you have a BFF that loves the Steelers.
Not because of that. I like Hammer's points on. He's got some good points on this. Bobby, I'm sorry. I actually think Atlanta's defense is hot dog shit.
I agree.
And
Atlanta and defense don't belong in the same sentence.
They have Judon now. They can't be that bad.
I hear you, but the Steelers have TJ Watt. Who's blocking that guy?
If he doesn't get injured.
Did you know that I think Atlanta has like one of the best offensive line or guards in the NFL with
Well,
That's
last
who's
time
gonna
I
be taking
checked, TJ Watt doesn't go against guards. He goes against tackles.
They're gonna have to have a little bit of help and double team him.
They're gonna have to slide the protection to get the guard out there on the edge.
Jesus. Yeah. I feel like you and so Prado and Bobby have always been like Atlanta. If you watch past shows, you guys always bet on Atlanta, and then the next week you guys are like, fuck.
Atlanta's fucked me so many times. I don't want any part of them.
Yeah, Atlanta, I'm good on that.
That's the Chicago. That's a Chicago for me. And
I
Caleb,
just need Bijan to score a couple times for my fantasy.
Caleb has a team too that he hates to bet. I forget which one it is.
Kansas City, who I have in the first game.
All right. Next one, Raiders versus the Chargers. Your team, Brad. 3 is the spread. Over under total is 40.5. Hammer, are you taking anything of these teams? LV, LA.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this game. Fuck this game.
It's hard to pass because it's the Raiders, so you kind of want some misery in there, because I don't know, it's just Las Vegas.
Confusing.
But I think they don't really care about their team. So, Brad, are you taking your team? What are you doing?
I'm gonna stay away from my team.
Dang.
I don't like the fact that Herbert's been pretty much gone for a month and a half, and he's gonna try it out there on Sunday against.
Might get hurt
Crosby.
again. Yeah.
He might get hurt again. Jim's first game back in the NFL. I'm sure that everyone's gonna pound Jim like he's gonna fucking just do it like
Win another natty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the National Football League, not the Natty, and the Raiders improved a lot. I know they went with Minshew because they didn't get a quarterback in the draft, but Minshew could play a little bit. He's not too bad. There's worse quarterbacks out there that are starting. So
you know what's funny? He's playing with the guy that called him little ass boy. Little ass boy.
Yeah, Max.
He's 15-21 in his career as a starter.
Okay.
Sounds like most quarterbacks, around 500.
All right.
He's a gamer.
So Caleb, you got -3 Chargers.
Yeah, give me Jim Harbaugh, the Charlie Sheen lookalike. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, that's so funny. You know they spent $14 million on the locker room after the Michigan locker room after he left for the program itself.
No.
$14 million locker room. It's insane. It has like everything you need. You might as well live
he
there.
brought all that money there. I mean, they should, you know what I mean? Give it back to the kids.
It's crazy.
Starving kids in Africa.
All right, there's nothing else. And then for that game, but Seattle versus Denver. Ugh. 6 is the spread. Over under 42 is the total. Hammer, do you have anything on this?
I feel like your intuition would say under for sure, which would make me. Well, a lot of people are taking the over, so I would definitely take the under then.
Okay.
This looks like a scrappy. Seattle doesn't score touchdowns rarely. Denver's kind of, they both run the ball and they both play defense. I could see this being a really boring game.
Everything that I've been watching lately is like people are very high on the Seattle Seahawks, like doing really well.
They love the coach. That's They love the coach.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's very like they're hiding something behind it where yes, they could do well, but why are you saying that? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's very weird with me with Seattle, but if I do take it, then maybe, but I just don't know that they could do that at 6.
Bobby's boys says that is single-handedly the best hire in the NFL with head coach jobs. That's what. And then I saw like all this like love for that guy, and they said that guy is the reason why Baltimore was really good defensively too.
Okay, and so Caleb, what do you have over there? Can I even say it? He's like terrorism.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the only way they could make this game exciting. Am I allowed to say that, or can I not fly anymore? Yeah, I, of course, would never encourage that. I'm just saying, speculatively.
Oh my God, it's too funny.
I mean, I guess that'll be the afternoon game. It'll be a good time for a nap, right? So there you go. Perfect.
A nap and what the under, right?
Yeah.
Right, Hammer?
Actually-
Hammer was saying a nap in the under.
Actually,
when I
yeah,
think
let's
about it-
throw the under down. Yeah, there you go.
Call me crazy, but this silently might be a good burn fucking Survivor team because I just forgot Bo Nix is starting his first career start, and he's on the road at the what do they call that? The 12 man?
12th man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he on
Yeah.
the road? I thought he was at home.
No, isn't Seattle at
No,
home?
it's in Denver. It's in
Is
Denver.
it?
Yeah. Let me just make sure. But
No, it's in Seattle.
No,
oh,
it's
is it in Seattle?
Oh,
Yep.
you have it backwards on the sheet.
Oh, I do. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I just kind of put what you just said kind of just dawned on me. I'm like,
Oh,
Bo
but you
Nix-
know what, guys? They're gonna have to bring money in for Seattle because Seattle's a big money maker for NFL.
this coach is gonna get a first dub right there. It kind of sums it all up right now.
Okay, so Denver +6 is what Brado has. Correct?
Going
Alright.
against the grain here. Gambling.
All right. Misery loves company for a nap and the under. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing.
McDoodle, what's his name? The coach again?
McDonald.
McDoodle. Oh my god, that sounds like an Etch-a-Sketch thing.
That's his new name for me, McDoodle.
All right.
McDoodle.
So
Did-
McDoodle,
did-
McDonald's, Etch-a-Sketch. It is what it is. Nap in the under.
I gotta look up where this guy's from.
Okay.
Did you know that Bo Nix is older than Trevor Lawrence?
That's crazy.
Damn.
Damn. Some old dudes coming in. That's
Did you know that
fun.
Sean Payton is the coach of the Broncos?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so Washington versus Tampa Bay. I want nothing to do with Tampa Bay anymore. And then 3.5 is the spread. Over under 44 is the total. Do we have anything on that? I have nothing. Maybe something later. Washington. I don't know. But Tampa, I don't know. I mean, Florida's got to find a way to get themselves in there, but they're already with Miami, so what do they have to lose, right?
You got Florida
Yeah.
against Florida. There's a win for Florida.
Mhm.
Exactly. I don't have anything on this game, so sorry to the fans that are listening and they're fans of Washington and Tampa Bay after Tom Brady left. So
There's
Todd
none. Yeah, I
Bowles
was
still
gonna
the
say.
coach at Tampa?
there's none.
What's
all
that?
right.
Is that Jaden Daniels versus Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Baker did get some money, so maybe he wants to win something, but maybe he doesn't cover.
Is Todd Bowles still the coach in Tampa?
I think
Yes,
so.
yes.
Yeah.
God,
Did you see his
they're
press
gonna-
conference?
They're gonna blitz the living shit out of Jaden Daniels all game.
Ooh, so then it might be a good little side bet after the
That
nap.
actually seems like an under kind of game.
It seems like a dead under.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it could go, I mean, I don't know. Washington. Blech. All right.
I'm good. I'm good. on
Let's
Washington.
move over.
Another rookie starting.
Let's move over to the Dallas Dick Boys, guys. Dallas Dick Boys. Oh man. I'm not happy about these fans at all, but it is what it is. It happens every year. So Dallas Dick Boys versus Cleveland. 2.5 is the spread. Over under 41.5 is the total. Hammer, are you taking anything with Dallas Dick Boys in Cleveland?
I'll tell you what, I'm from Ohio originally, and I think Cleveland is going to have a stellar year. These guys are stacked, and no one's talking about it. I will ride Cleveland. I would just be careful on that spread. I would maybe take Cleveland money line here just because I don't know. But yeah, I think Cleveland's going to have a breakout year, actually.
Finally, after having such a nice roster for the few years before that everyone's talked about, right? And then has been a letdown. So maybe they're sneaking their way back in.
They got running backs, they got defense. I mean, they're going to
Quiet team, quiet, sneaky team, not on paper this time.
As
They
Brad would
just-
say,
they
dude,
just-
they
they
still
just-
have Watson.
Yeah, they have a predator quarterback. It's all that.
Because I haven't figured out, can he throw the
Massage parlors.
Not without not without his massage. No.
Oh
ball? So we need to
my
figure
god,
out
can
this-
you imagine if you were a fan and you're like, sign my fucking massage gun or some shit?
Damn.
And it had Cleveland on it as
Does
the
he have a
logo.
girlfriend?
Huh?
I have no idea.
Does he
They
have
had
a
23 of
girlfriend?
them.
Yeah, 23.
I just no, the only reason why I asked that is because it's like, damn, that's a tough.
You mean the madame at the parlor? is his girlfriend.
He should just date one. He should just date a massage.
Yeah, like for
girl.
real.
Just
Then you can
two
get
birds with
all the
one
girls that
stone,
you
you
want,
know?
right?
That's a tough job right there. His girlfriend.
Yeah, she's got to keep him entertained.
She's definitely the
It's not
controller.
even that. Like,
slash
how many
money.
people make fun of her and like call her things?
They
like,
don't. She controls the money, dude. I'm
She's
telling
just
you.
there for the money.
Yeah,
Come
for
on.
sure. If there is any left after the court shit,
Her
everything.
name is Jilly. Her last name seems like it's Jilly Anus. It's
Wow.
AAIS. How do you say that?
I do
Please.
want to defend
Gotta
him.
be
Caleb.
anus.
See
It's
him. I saw him out in
gotta
public,
be anus.
and he was really nice and polite. So I do want to defend the guy.
Oh, okay. All
Just
right.
as
Hammer
human
Hammer
as
says
a
he was
human-
really nice and
As
polite.
a human being, he was really nice and respectful. I saw him out.
Really
in-
nice and polite and sneakily very perverted at the end.
Because you weren't giving him a massage. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
He just wants to go to a massage parlor.
Yeah,
once
let
in a
him go.
while.
Let him have the
Let him do his
madame
thing.
thing.
Let him do
And he
his
won't
thing.
put it away. They're like, bro, put it away. And he's like,
He
"Why?"
can't. He can't. He just walks around with it.
Do
Okay.
you know who I am?
Can you fucking blame him? He
I
walks
beat
around with
Alabama
it.
in the national championship.
Yeah. All right. So, under for Brad is what you're saying, Mister.
I have a weird angle here. This is Tom Brady's first broadcasting game.
Oh yeah, it is.
The over's gonna get fucking smashed, like out of this world, and I just think it's gonna be a game where Tom's got to break everything down for everyone. You know?
Did you guys see him on a recent post?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh
he
my
said
God.
Modern day quarterbacks suck, and they don't do enough practice.
No,
the
no. He was talking like real game talk, like better than these announcers. Like shit that you actually want to hear. Where he's like, okay, if I'm in there and I have these guys in the slot, and he's talking about like each player. He's like San Francisco, I got this guy. Why would I pass to that guy? And it was like that's the shit that I kind of want to hear instead of fucking Tony
Yeah, for
Romo
sure.
talking about some bullshit. You
Well,
know?
he had full control over the play calling. Like he had 100% control over
Yeah.
whatever play every single. So that's pretty cool. Most of these quarterbacks are, they're just running
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever they're told.
Well, I can't wait to hear him. You know what I'm saying? Just to see like and he does pretty well. I think he's done enough public shows and podcasts and whatever the heck he joined over the course of the year before even starting. But I think he's just going to be more informative than the people that we always listen to and hate and kind of just like, oh, I can't stand his voice, you know?
Oh, he's a well-spoken man out of San Mateo, California. What do you expect?
He's a Bay Area guy. What the hell do you expect?
All right. So Dallas plus 2.5 for you then, Mr. Prado.
Absolutely.
God, you're crazy.
One of the most profitable teams that shows you
Yeah.
being a Niner fan that I love finding Dallas as a dog. You guys were talking about Pittsburgh as a dog. I think Dallas has been written off completely, and
Oh, yeah, they have.
it's just a really good angle. It's going to be a good game. I could see Dallas losing, but I think
But keeping it close is
I
what
think
you're
the points are very, very safe here. Like
Yeah.
I think we'll see ourselves a good game here.
Is that the game of the week? Because that's going to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
definitely.
It is. See?
America's game.
Rowdy. That is going to
Fox game of the week with Tom Brady.
Tom Brady
I
and
know.
America's
And
team.
of course with America's team.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
It
you
doesn't
gotta
get
put
any
him
more
on there.
biased than that.
Gotta be.
Yeah,
Gotta
you
be.
gotta put him on there.
Right?
and
You
I'm
know how
telling
Jim
you,
Nance and Tony Romo
Cleveland
go to
is going to
Kansas
be
City every week?
rocking.
It's-
Dude, Cleveland's gonna take it, and then Cowboy fans are gonna we're gonna have that news again with all the Cowboy fans looking really, really fucking sad.
Like he said, it's gonna be like a 1-2 point victory,
Yeah.
most likely by
But great
Cleveland.
teams cover as
Yeah,
what
but
we see.
Dallas will find a way to cut. It's like that's the and I
Cover.
always say this. That's the perfect thing for the books when Dallas doesn't win, but they cover.
Or do we see Prado the Pointer guys come back next week and goes, fuck Dallas dick boys. Fuck
Very well could
it.
happen. Very well could happen.
I
I
mean,
think
that's
everyone
very
likes to
strong
bet on
possibility.
Dallas anyway.
Overrated.
So I like when they're dogs because I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, all right. So no one else has anything on that. We're gonna move on to Sunday night football, and it's Rams versus the D. 3.5 is the spread. Over under 51 is the total. I mean, I love the D because there's a special heart in my place. There's a special place in my heart for Mr. Campbell. And plus I have cousins out in the D, so I like them thriving. Honestly, they should have won the NFC game and I probably wouldn't have spent a ton of money fucking going to the Super Bowl, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, I really want to take the under in this game. It's pretty high for a total. I know it's Sunday night, but Rams are kind of like the team that you're like, okay, you think they're going to do really well, but I just feel like there's so much going on in that game that it's going to be a good game, but it's definitely going to go under that 51. I feel like it's too high. So, I don't know what you guys have, Hammer. You got anything?
I went to college with Sean McVay, and he hired the whole coaching staff. So those are like extended friends of mine. But
That's crazy. That's
um,
crazy.
yeah, so Miami of Ohio. But I would say I agree with you. I don't really like the high. That's a high number.
Super high.
For week one, that's extremely high.
And historically, I like Sunday night overs and Monday night unders, but I think we might have the opposite because I don't think the Rams put up a lot of points, and unless the Lions just smoke them and cover the total themselves, I could definitely see one under.
But maybe I would do like, I know it's at 51, maybe like under 52, I mean, it's always not, obviously I don't advise it in that way, but if you can get it at a live line, that's perfect. I just feel like there's a lot of hype on obviously both sides of the offense, but then there's defense to kind of, look into and time. So it's an exciting game. It's a good time to bet a total. I'm not really too sure about who's going to win it or not, but it depends.
Wasn't this the wild card matchup last year?
Yeah, it
I
is.
think so, yes.
I think the
How
spread
close
is
of a
very
game?
similar. It was Rams covered the game.
Yeah, they did, huh?
I
Let me
think
see.
people are going to take the Lions, but I kind of agree with everybody here, and I think the under might be the value on this.
Yeah, Rams covered +3. And then the D did not, but they won, right? So yeah. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Oh, McVay +3.5. Prado, you just added that.
Yeah, I like Sean McVay in this spot. This is a good spot. You guys forget what his name is. You guys all forgot from last year.
What is it?
Well, I was
McVegas.
thinking-
McVegas. Remember,
McVegas.
he was the guy who kept on covering. He sent out
Hammer McVegas,
field goal
your
unit out
friend.
there, and you're like, what in fucking hell?
I was thinking about something else, but
He is one of the best coaches in young minds. I mean, he is a genius.
His memory is crazy.
Yeah, he's next level coach. So I think he'll make a lot of adjustments. And I like taking dogs first half a lot of times. I would maybe even a Rams first half cover side.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that too. I could
Yeah,
see him.
early number like +1.5 or +0.5. I don't know.
The right side of their defense is Florida State. So, I mean, they have like a good defense. They're not no bums out there. I think that they'll be competitive. I think the Lions will get a lot of fucking steam because of their success last year. They're like the hottest NFC team like right now. Like
Yeah.
everyone keeps talking about they're gonna hit the over on this. This is their year. Like they're that team this year.
Could be a rough pull, and the Rams 165 looks good too, just for like something smaller. But
Yeah, for a little parlay action.
Yeah, I definitely will be taking this on a Sunday, as I hope I'm winning.
Sunday night, just to clean up.
Yeah,
I'm clocked out by that point too.
All right, one more game, guys. It's gonna be Monday Night Football. Uh-oh. God. Jets versus the Niners.
I have to look that up.
Spreads 4, over under total 43. Game time decision for a big pick. Or maybe he just doesn't want to tell us because there's a bunch of bias ass people on this shit.
there is a bunch of bias ass people in the chat. But realistically, I really want to take the Jets just because they have one of the better.
You already
defenses.
said it, yeah.
I do, but I'm not fully committed. My only knock against the Niners is I hate when players hold out and they come back a couple days before the start of the season.
And they think they're
the Niners have two superstars that did that.
yeah.
One being Trent Williams and the other being Ayuk. Now there's this angle of Pearsall getting shot.
Many men.
Yeah.
The fucking song, dude.
Sergio and Raph, if you're listening, fuck Tracy.
Oh yeah, it was a Tracy kid. I think.
Tracy Kidd.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of lean the defense here.
That's
with
so
my
like
guys.
unfortunate too, like why do that, guys?
I probably lean the under as well.
All right. What's throw Rogan ML. What do we mean?
Aaron
by that,
Aaron
Caleb?
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
There you
Throw
go.
Rogan. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, this is my this is what pick I'm winging for the week. Just put it that way. So
Wing and pick.
just
All right.
throwing it out there. Yeah, we'll see how it
Not
goes.
winning yet, but what is it? Winging.
Winging it. Yeah, no pun intended with the Jets, right? So
Exactly.
you throw Rogan by a field goal. All right, Joe, I got a piece out of here. I got to get going.
Thank
It's
you.
like
Thanks
1
for
here.
joining. I know it's late.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much.
All
See you
right, we
later.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
So that was Caleb. He has his own show. Follow him at Caleb Salvatore on Instagram. And also he has his links on his show as well.
Here's the stats on the Niners. I got them.
What is it? Go ahead.
So they're dominant on Monday Night Football, but it's kind of old stuff, 52-30. But they've lost straight up on Monday Night Football the last two. One being on my birthday, one being on Christmas. So they have not been very nice in San Francisco or Santa Clara, wherever you want to call it. I'm not even sure where they're really from anymore. But it looks more of like you want to take the points in this spot.
Yeah, I think Bobby, you got our team SF -4, but is that a good idea?
Probably not, but I mean,
So funny.
what,
So
I mean,
funny.
what are we doing here? We
Homer
forget
pick of
what
the
we do to
week.
Aaron Rodgers all of a sudden.
Oh, that's true. We forget what we do. Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers coming home.
He is
He
coming
doesn't
home.
like home.
he might be losing his
He doesn't
mind.
like it. Yeah.
He doesn't like it when he comes home though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't fucking take fucking Niners. God, they owe me 12 G's, bro.
They lost me 10 on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's all I can think about in my head. It's just a bunch of fuck words and then
They
the
haven't
49ers.
won on a Monday Night Football game since the Rams on that 10-3-2022 24-9 game. Remember that, Brad? Monday Night
Yeah.
Football. That's the
I
last
do.
time they've won on Monday Night Football at home.
I
When
remember
was
we
that?
took him -7 against the Seahawks, and Clowney had the best game of his life that day.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is just my gut telling me this, but it feels like it's like Jets +4 and then fucking under. But you're just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
I'm with you. I might even sprinkle Jets money line. This reminds me a lot of the LSU line versus USC, the +4 one outright, dominated and easy under. Same kind of scenario and setup.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. And then maybe they talk about the improvements that SF's got to do and shit like that. But we'll see. We'll see.
I
Again,
love
would you say you like the under?
I love that. I rode the Jets unders all last year, and they did me right on those totals.
Oh, that's good.
They don't score and they hold everybody.
All right, so that was the last of it. We will see each other next week, obviously. Hammer, thank you for joining us. Is there anything that you want to let us know what you're doing, or tell the audience how to follow you and everything like that?
Yeah, two things. So Instagram's High Limit Hammer. Definitely more than happy to accommodate anybody watching the show. And I also want to encourage all of you guys. I am a betting man first, sell picks second. You need to follow these guys and follow this show. I personally had your guys' picks lined up every single week, and you guys saved me some weeks. And especially like what I really like to analyze is, let's just say I maybe skipped on the morning games. You guys are so consistent that you can almost slam certain games because it's a bounce back spot. So your guys' data is worth whatever price you charge. And I encourage every single person to get their hands on your guys' stuff, because I will personally buy it and I will personally be following it and paying close attention. So that's what I want to tell your guys' following.
We appreciate you. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The last time you came on, we missed you a couple times, but we would love to have you on normally and regularly whenever you can and whenever.
Yeah, anytime, man. Just let me know. I love all you guys and I follow your stuff very closely.
All right, you guys follow him at High Limit Hammer He's got a lot going on, so be patient. Be patient. The guy's super busy making money. All right, Big Pick Brad, anything for you?
I'll be in Ann Arbor this weekend at the Texas-Michigan game. Hook 'em.
All right, Bobby.
And I'll be at work holding down the fort, baby. Let's go.
Oh man. And then Prado.
To a good season. That's all I can say. To a very good season.
Oh yeah, I am gonna be out of town next week. We might be doing it out of the country actually. So we may be in London and Italy, just so you know, as a hint. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll probably already know. Other than that, thank you, Dior Beauty, Wager Attack. Use code SBQ. And I don't know if Hammer has one, but if you follow him, he might have a code as well. So go to www.wagerattack.com for some bonus, 100%. And then Circa Millions, I actually went there for 24 hours. I joined Circa Millions Survivor. So we shall see if we survive into the next week. But yeah, thank you guys for coming on to the show. I appreciate every single one of you, especially you, Ham, for taking the time. I know it's late out there. So we'll see you guys next time.
Anytime.